Hello. What will we talk about today? How about some current affairs? Of course, we have the police brutality thing going on here, which indeed is tragic. Uh, I don't watch the news, but my son started to tell me the story about it, and I told him to stop. When he told me the guy was calling for his mom before they killed him, it was like it gave me a feeling inside of I just didn't want to feel that. That is a tragic deal. And of course, the officer involved should be punished. The rioting, the looting, I don't know what people think that is going to accomplish because the looting, if there is looting, and I assume there is against people who haven't done anything, just normal people who want to make a living like you and I. So I don't think that that is going to accomplish anything. I understand the people's anger and the protest, but what a lot of people in the United States don't realize is without police, this place would be much more dangerous than what it is. Having lived in third world countries where it's very poor, you can't have anything in your yard. You have to have bars on your windows. And when you sleep in the house at night, you have a metal door, and the only way anybody is going to get in your house is if they have a torch or a tank to break the door down. So that's in a country where they need about 40,000 police, but they only have about 20,000. I was friends with the director of police there, and it's a very corrupt place. Corruption is on a very low level. So that is the opposite of what we have here. We, of course, have corruption, we have bad policemen, just like we have bad people. Um, there's no way around it. But I'm telling you, I am grateful for the police. What happens, I think, sometimes is the principle of you become part of what you're around. Probably many, if not all, of those policemen want to help and do good, but they're around these criminals and characters for so long that some of them become like the criminals, and even worse, maybe. It's just a bad situation. And of course, the violence, that's bad also. I don't have the answers for it. Uh, I don't like to see it, of course, but I know that Martin Luther King believed in peaceful protest, passive resistance. I believe he got that from Gandhi, who did the same thing. Now, there was a powerful man who made a change that no one thought could be accomplished. He more or less overthrew or conquered a government that at that time was one of the most powerful nations in the world without violence. Whenever the people would start violence, like we are doing here now, or some of us are, he would fast and definitely protest that he was against that, or he would tell his people that he was very disappointed and that he was against that violence. For he understood that you can never overcome oppression with violence. Although I understand how people feel, I certainly do. I just don't think that's going to accomplish what they really want. It takes a lot of strength to not oppose violence with violence. I mean, if someone came here and started attacking my kids, I would, of course, protect them and use violence to protect them. So I'm not belittling or judging anyone for that. I just think that there's a better way. It just is very difficult to accomplish things that way because you feel like you're accomplishing something when you actually take physical action. And the COVID thing, I read today that there are over 400,000 cases that have recovered from COVID, and unfortunately, over 100,000 people have passed. So I think we should focus on the recoveries and the millions of people who haven't got it. Now, that's not to say you ignore that the problem exists, because of course it does. But whatever you focus on grows. That's like a psychological principle. So if we focus on the positive and the good and the recoveries, we will get more recoveries. And of course, taking precautions and doing the things we need to do as responsible citizens. It's all in your belief, your perception, which from that results your actions. If you believe it's terrible and you believe it's getting worse, you actually are contributing to the problem. But if you believe it's getting better and you think that you focus on the positive, then you will do things to increase the solution, to focus on the solution, to make things better. If nothing else, in mind with your thoughts. Everything is energy. Your thoughts are energy. The energy you put out there to the world creates or eliminates problems. The group consciousness of a nation creates the group problems of the nation. Well, that's all I have to say today. I hope maybe it's been helpful to you. And I have a website now. It's marksinspirationalwisdom.com. If you would like to come and visit and know a little more about me, I have a biography there and some information about my family. And thank you for being here with me today, and I will see you next week.